Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Lies official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives spoilers claim that Chanel Dupree, Raven Bowens, returned home for lunch and noticed Abe Carver, James Reynolds, was missing, so Paulina Price, Jackie Harry, explained that he moved out after she planted a kiss on him. Chanel received information about Abe temporarily living with Steve Johnson, Stephen Nichols, and Kayla Johnson, Mary Beth Evans, but she was optimistic about Abe regaining his memory and wanting to be with Paulina again. Chanel claimed to still having feelings for Talia Hunter, a Ketra civilian, after running into her and giving her a pep talk after Colin Bedford, Jasper Newman, berated her. Chanel's talk with Paulina was eventually cut short by a phone call from Chanel's bakery employee. Chanel returned to Sweet Bits to deal with a surprise stoppage due to an emergency. Sean Brady, Brandon Beamer, apologized to Jada Hunter, Elia Cantu, at the Salem Police Department for inadvertently firing Rafe Hernandez, Galen Jering. Sean's first day back after his suspension, but he didn't know who to talk to because a new police commissioner hadn't yet been chosen. Rafe had the audacity to suspend Sean after he blew the whistle on him, according to acting Mayor Rawlings. Sean said Rafe spotted him drinking on the job, and that's why he was suspended. Nonetheless, Clint believed Sean had learned his lesson and appointed him to replace Rafe. Despite Sean's efforts to have Rafe reinstated or Jada take over, Clint was adamant that Sean take over. Sean would lose his job if he didn't accept the promotion, thus he ended up sitting in Rafe's chair later. Chanel and Paulina later complained to Clint about Sweet Bits failing a new health inspection on Tuesday's episode of Days. It didn't make sense given Chanel's meticulous adherence to every regulation. Acting Mayor Rawlings stated that every shop was required to display a special sticker, but Chanel did not. Chanel objected because they were out and said they'd have to bring one later, but Clint didn't care because she'd breached the rules. That meant Clint would stick to his choice to close Sweet Bits. Talia was eager for a shower after finishing her day's community work. Rafe surprised Talia when he came out of the toilet wearing a robe. Talia agreed she'd appreciate a heads-up when Rafe was going to be there after he put on some clothing. Rafe recognized this and backed Sean when Talia attempted to blame him for the firing of the former police commissioner. Rafe believed they were on the verge of rekindling their friendship after discussing Talia's recent enjoyable evening with Chanel. Rafe recognized Talia was disappointed by Rafe's usage of the word friends, and he realized she was looking for more. Talia had never been into girls before, but she had feelings for Chanel. It began as an act that Colin forced Talia to perform, but it evolved into something more, leaving Chanel befuddled by everything. Talia opted to talk about all of this and therapy before traveling to the hospital on Tuesday's episode of Days. Jada returned home after Talia had left to inform Rafe in person about the stunning Sean-related discoveries at the Salem PD. On Tuesday's episode of Bayview, Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, checked in with Harris Michaels, Steve Burton, to see how he was settling in. Ava Vitale, Tamara Braun, emerged out of nowhere and lashed out at Harris for dragging her back into her former life. Ava refused to accept his name was Harris Michaels and continued to rage, so Harris inquired as to who she thought he was. As a result, Ava accuses Harris of being Charlie Dale, Mike Manning, her son. As Ava's breakdown escalated, an orderly drugged her, and she passed out while another orderly was summoned to fetch her a wheelchair and return her to her room. Marlena asked Harris if he was okay, so he said yes and discovered Ava had been having Charlie hallucinations. Harris became perplexed by the way Ava stared at him, as if she genuinely knew him. She met with Talia for her therapy appointment after Marlena had left. Talia said she wanted to discuss her feelings for Chanel and was prepared to spill the beans. On Tuesday's Days episode, Harris was sitting alone at a table when Ava approached him. Ava locked her gaze on Harris when he turned around and appeared to be ready to speak with him. When Kayla came home with takeout, Abby was watching Body and Soul. On the broadcast, Abby mistook Kayla for Cassandra and stated that everything was jumbled. Kayla understood, since there were so many faces and names being thrown at Abe right now. Kayla showed Abe some special cards she had made with photographs of all his loved ones to help him keep things straight. Abe might practice matching names to faces this way. Abe was appreciative, but he was concerned about the long-term ramifications of the medications Whitley King, Raven Bowens, had given him. Kayla was unconcerned based on Abe's blood work, so she reassured him. Abe hated that he'd upset Paulina by leaving, but he reasoned that staying and forgetting when she pushed him to would hurt her more. Kayla reassured Abe once more, remaining optimistic about the future. Days of Our Lives spoilers indicate that Abe will be tossed more curveballs soon, so stay tuned to see what else surprises him. We'll have more excellent Days of Our Lives spoilers, news, and updates to share, so bookmark us. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Wednesday, August 9, state that Paulina Price, Jackie Harry, will make a special request to Abe Carver, James Reynolds. Since Clint Rawlings, Grayson Berry, wants Chanel Dupree, Raven Bowens, to be the acting mayor and has recently closed down the bakery, Paulina will want Abe to take over as mayor once more. Chanel will be an emotional wreck while Paulina makes an urgent plea for Abe's assistance. Day spoilers indicate that Johnny Demura, Carson Boatman, will arrive and ask what's wrong, prompting Chanel to open up to her ex as flames ignite. Of course, Chanel has feelings for Talia Hunter, a Ketra civilian, so a love triangle is possible once more. As this storyline progresses, Johnny and Talia may find themselves battling for Chanel's affections. Trip Johnson, Lucas Adams, will then devise a love scheme for Wendy Shin, Victoria Grace. Although Trip and Wendy have had some unexpected interruptions recently, Trip hopes to get past them all and make love for the first time. Brady Black, Eric Martsolf, will be dealing with some difficult emotions now that Kristen Demura, Stacey Haydock, has been granted full custody of Rachel Black, Finley Rose Slater, according to Other Days spoilers. Brady may feel as if he handed up his future with Chloe Lane, Nadia Bjorlin, for naught. Brady will confide in Chloe as he attempts to deal with the latest custody news, which will lead to his kissing her. Chloe may be putting the brakes on now that she's with Xander Cook, Paul Telfer, but it could also remind her how much she misses Brady. On Wednesday's episode of Days, Harris Michaels, Steve Burton, will be concerned that Iva Vitali, Tamara Braun, may mistake him for Charlie Dale, Mike Manning, and have another meltdown in front of him. Iva just prodded Harris and appears to have something to say, but it won't be another outburst. Because DOL fans might expect Harris and Ava to bond, Ava may apologize and explain that she frequently experiences glimpses of Charlie that aren't genuine. Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, has already told Harris a few information, but Ava will be able to tell her side of the tale and vent her wrath. This will draw Harris and Ava closer together during their stay at Bayview, but Ava will also get a beautiful visit from Trip at some point. Days of Our Lives spoilers indicate that Ava will continue her efforts to improve and perhaps gain her release, so stay tuned for updates on her recovery. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.